Well, it's been said that revenge promises more than it delivers, but considering human nature, it's sometimes a dish quite satisfying to serve.
And while there's nothing wrong with getting angry, maybe because you're jealous, revenge is not the answer, so says Janet Pfeiffer, our expert in anger management, who we welcome to the show. Janet, is it ever okay to get even?
No, it's not. I mean, it's okay to be angry and upset about what somebody else has done to you, and you have a right to speak up and say something to them, but getting even serves no purpose.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it may feel good in the moment because you feel some sense of satisfaction and power, but in the long run, it's negative energy, and whatever you send out, you get back. So it never really achieves the goal that you're looking for.
Right. So what if somebody deliberately hurts us? What are we to do?
Well, the first thing is to learn not to take things personally. People behave badly.
That's so much.
Very difficult to do.
And you know what? It is personal, though, very often.
Okay, well, you know what, and I'm in that situation right now. I have somebody that is coming after me and trying to really damage my professional status. And you know what, I've kept my mouth shut for a long period of time. I refuse to get even with them, but it has gotten to the point now where I need to stand up and address it with that individual. So that's what I'm doing, but I'm doing it in a very professional way and in a non-aggressive way. It's just very firm to let them know that this is not okay, and if it continues, I may need to take it a little bit further.
This has got to be something extremely difficult to manage. I mean, consider pop culture. I'm thinking of the movie The Untouchables, when Sean Connery's character, one of the cops, says to another cop he's training, says, they send one of yours to the hospital, you send one of theirs to the morgue. And it's this whole kind of revenge thing, and it's rife in our culture. How do you overcome that?
Well, I mean, if you refer back to the Bible, you know, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth leaves the world blind and toothless. So it goes against Scripture. But again, what happens? You kill one of mine, so I kill 2 of yours, and you kill 4 of mine, and I go back and kill 10 of yours. Where does it stop? It has to stop with me. So if somebody comes after me, I need to be the one to be the bigger person and say, you know what? I'm going to put a stop to it, but I'm going to do it in a legal, moral, and ethical manner.
All right, so give us some guidelines. What do we do? Because if it's not addressed, then the behavior could continue.
Absolutely. So what I do is I recommend that people approach that individual and let them know that they're aware of what they're doing, that they're upset about it, that this is not something that can continue, and then let that individual know what you're prepared to do if they don't stop. If you tell someone, you know, you need to just back off and leave me alone, you know, it may be something that I may need to take legal action against. Use whatever you're entitled to use under the law and what is morally and ethically acceptable.
And perhaps good to be mindful of Mom's advice, count to 10 before you react.
Oh, always, always. I mean, I have a strategy that I talk about in my book, The Secret Side of Anger, which is a SWOT strategy. When you're angry and upset, stop what you're doing, walk away, and then self-talk. You know, what you say to yourself, you can calm yourself down or you can get yourself more upset. Once you've calmed down, then you address it with that individual.
Right, so take us through those steps again.
SWOT, stop what you're doing. Okay, before you do anything, just stop. You got to give yourself a break. Walk away, you know, get away from the person, you know, take a walk outside if you need to, and then self-talk is critical. So I can say to myself, I'm going to kill that person, I'm going to make her life miserable, or you can say, you know what, I can handle this more rationally.
When you're angry, oftentimes you're not thinking rationally to be able to even engage those methods, so easier said than done.
Everything's easier said than done. You know, going on a diet or breaking a bad habit is easier said than done, but you have to be mindful. You know, and for me, I leave little Post-it notes all over the house as reminders. It's like, remember to do this, remember to stop doing that, because you always want to have it forefront in your mind.
And there's something inside of us that wants the other person to be held accountable. How do we have to just overcome that or take it in another direction?
Well, the thing is, people do have to be held accountable, but to what degree? Okay, so if you're doing something that is illegal, under the law, you have to be held accountable for that. So, you know, you can pursue it that way if you need to. But there's a lot of things, you know, look, there's a lot of times people seek to get even with others, and it's relatively insignificant, you know, so you can just let it go. I mean, I've let this incident go for over 15 years. Now this person has crossed the line where now they're attacking me professionally, and that's where I have to draw the line. So just by speaking to this person very firmly and letting them know that their behavior needs to stop, hopefully will be enough to do the trick.
What about when you're on the other side? Someone's trying to get revenge against you. Is there a way to put that in check?
Well, that's what I'm speaking about. This individual is trying to take revenge against me for something that I never even did.
So I get angry at somebody and I want to take revenge. What do I need to do?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Absolutely. Again, give yourself time to stop and think about your actions, okay? Because we have to think about not just the short-term impact, but the long-term and far-reaching consequences. So even though I'm angry and upset with this person, is the incident really that important that I need to address it? If it's not, I can let it go. If it is important, then what are the best steps for me to take, making sure that I'm going to get the results that I'm seeking and that I will be satisfied with those results down the road? Because we certainly don't want to make decisions now that, 5 or 10 or 20 years later are going to have a negative impact on our lives and the lives of those around us.
All right,
Words
so we
do
leave
hurt.
the
Yes,
neighbor's
they
dog
do.
alone. I got it.
Janet Pfeiffer, thank you so much.
Oh, it's always my pleasure. Nice seeing both of you.
Thanks.